To the channel. This is my first video with my voice, and I hope you all enjoy. In our D&D game, our party tethers the line between being on the side of good and being a group working in their own interests. If you've seen one of my earlier videos, you might have a bit of knowledge on how they look like, but here is how they currently look like and some information about them. Our party is currently staying in a separated city, separated by class, similar to Whiterun, but many times larger. Two of our players had gone to meet with one of the high-ranking officials in the city to do a quest to get a higher status of citizenship. However, me and the last player decided to mingle between the lower class at a bar. Now, IRL, we were playing this at 1 in the morning, and I had started to not think as rationally as I normally would, which in all honesty would just make the game and experience much funner. Now in the bar I had decided to just sit down and do nothing, just drink some water, while Pinkman decided to join a few gamblers nearby. However, there wasn't any money on the table, only a white powder called bitterroot. Pinkman, after joining the game, was able to win a bag of the stuff and decided to snort it. Now the DM told him to roll a constitution save, and the player rolled a natural 1. He was instantly addicted. The bag only lasted him a few minutes until he needed more. And so began the night of our killing spree. Now the first victim was one of the gamblers who had won the most bitterroot. After following him outside of the bar, the dwarf without hesitation cut him in half and took his bitterroot. Now this is where the bag of holding starts coming into play. After using it to clean up the evidence, I rolled for perception to see if there was any witnesses. The DM tells us that you see a man peeking from his shack home and seems to have witnessed the murder. The dwarf, without any hesitation, walked over, knocked on the door, and then kicked it down. Now the peasant was scared for his life, so he offered him something that he could not refuse. He offered him bitterroot for his life. Now the dwarf, seeing the bitterroot, instantly took it and left. But as the peasant took a sigh of relief, what he didn't know was that I had cut a hole in his roof, and I started to sneak down, and as soon as the peasant turned around, I took out the bag of holding and like a vacuum absorbed him into the bag.